Good evening and welcome to the Hypnosis Show on Wednesday, the 20th of November 2025. And doesn't it feel great to not be dead in the world today? And it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Let me talk to you. So, hello and welcome. This is your first Hypnosis Show. Every month we have a new topic. This month's topic, or at least for next month, going into December, will be that of fasting. Fasting for health benefits, fasting for spirituality connections, fasting for mental clarity, fasting for, I said health, didn't I? Oh, weight loss as well. So we're just giving everyone a few moments to join us here tonight. Currently, we are live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, TikTok, and maybe there's another one. But if you're watching us, put in the comments below where you are watching us from, as in what platform you're watching us from, what social media platform are you watching us from. This is an interactive show, so it's great me talking. I do love to talk, and I've got an amazing voice, as people have told me, but I'd also like to interact with you guys to know where you're at, what's going on, and answer your questions. So in your comments below, put what social media platform you are currently watching us from, and we're going to give everyone a few moments to join us, because I used to start these dead on at 7 o'clock, or as close as I could, but then other people would join and I'd have to repeat. So we're going to give everyone a few moments to join us on all of those platforms. If you can see me, if you can hear me, some feedback would be lovely in those comments that I'm pointing to right now, because that's the only way that I know if you're if you can hear and see me, is if you comment below. So leave your comments below and let me know if you can hear and see me. So we're going to talk about excuse me, fasting tonight. This is day number 3, exactly 72 hours of no food, only water. And my goal is to go for the next 4 weeks or 30 days. So 4 weeks or 30 days until mid-December. My reason for doing this is not to connect with my higher self, although you can do that. It's not to necessarily lose weight, although I'm down 6 pounds so far. I'm down 6 pounds so far in the last 3 days. It isn't necessarily to heal up a broken bone or ill health, although fasting's been proven to be very effective with that. It's really just to see how far I can go. So if you're watching on any platform except for TikTok, because my thing doesn't go onto TikTok, my multi-stream, I'm having to do the TikTok bit from my phone. So now I'm talking to TikTok right here. TikTok, do you feel connected to me? Because I'm looking at you, I'm talking to you. And when I look up here, I'm talking to everyone else on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, on LinkedIn, on Twitch, and all that business. So yeah, put in the comments below what social media platform you are watching me from, or indeed, you know, if you can hear and see me, put that in the comments below as well. Also, like, I'm interested, what countries are you watching me from? I am currently in Toronto, Canada, but I've got people all over the world on my social media platforms. So on the social media platforms, put which one you're watching me on. That would be lovely. Oh, Luke's joined us on, another Luke has joined us on Twitch. Anytime has joined us. Maltese has joined us, all on Twitch. Say hi, leave some comments. This is an interactive experience, folks. Yeah. Oh, so I have a question for you guys here tonight. And the question is, let's see if I can find the question to look really, really professional here. All right, here we go. Bang! I put it on my social media platforms today. What's the longest that you've gone without food? What's the longest that you personally have gone without food? Put that in the comments below. I want to see if anyone's going to beat 4 weeks or 30 days. Has anyone ever beaten 30 days without food? Honestly, I'm curious. Anyone done more than 30 days without food, without calories? None of this juicing business. I mean, no calories at all. If you've gone more than 30 days, put it in the comments below. Perhaps you could give some tips. If or however long you've gone without food, put in the comments below. Interested to see people's what people have to say about that. So I've trained every day for the last 3 days, as I typically do, for an hour. Intensity, energy is a little bit down, but I've managed to do an hour training every day. I got out for a little bit of a walk today. Managed to see some clients because, of course, in case you don't know, I'm a hypnotist. I'm a change worker, so I work with people on all kinds of issues, from stopping addictive behaviors like drinking, drugging, smoking, to losing weight, anxiety, depression, and chronic pain. So I've been working. That's fine. Sleep's been okay. I thought, like, after the last couple of years, that one of the challenges with fasting, prolonged fasting, was sleep. Not staying asleep. Like, I'd catch 2 hours, be awake for 4, catch an hour, be awake for 5. But so far this week, sleeping's been pretty good. Had a little nap before this tonight, before I set this up, of about 40 minutes. So that's good. As I mentioned, down 6 pounds. Although it's not really a weight loss thing, it's a bonus, right? To lean up before Christmas, before I eat huge amounts of food at Christmas. So I've only got 27 more days left. Wow. Or if I do 28 days, I guess I've only got 25 days left. How do I get through this? A lot of people are like, how do you get through this? For me, it's not so much a physical thing. It does take a physical toll, truth be known. I have to almost see that every day. Let's say I awaken and I've got 100 units of energy. This is how I look at it. This is the metaphor. If I allow myself to be pulled or expend any of my energy in areas that are not advantageous for me, it can be dangerous, it can be deadly, and it can knock me and it can break me from doing this fast. So I see that I've got like about 100 units of energy. So I'm very, very diligent about where I put my energy, about where I put my attention, about where I put my focus. I don't, on these fasts, certainly over the last 3 days, and the deeper I get into it, the even better I need to be with this, is not to waste energy with people, with thoughts, with actions that are not absolutely crucial to completing this fast or whatever that particular activity is in front of me. So it's very important. Be aware of your energy, or I'm certainly aware of my energy, and to not waste it, to really not waste it, to be efficient with my energy, because once it's gone, I'm fucked. Also, in the moments I catch myself looking at this, doing this for 28 to 30 days, it's overwhelming. And if I stay in that thought that I've got another 26 days or another 27 days to do this, if I stay in that thought loop for too long meaning more than about 5 seconds, it will break me and I will eat. So I have to recognize it. It comes up, can't control the thought, but as soon as it comes up, I acknowledge it and I change it. And my thought process is, I break a day into 4. I break a day into 4 6-hour segments. And all I've got to do is I've got to survive the next 6 hours. I don't have to survive the next 27 days. I don't have to too much. Can't process it. It's overwhelming. Don't even have to last the next day, because that can be overwhelming. I just have to last the next 6 hours, so I can make the little line on my calendar. I've got a calendar like this on the wall. Showed you guys last week. And it has little boxes that represent every day. And every day I finish, I draw an X. So I have the real one on the wall, right? So this one was from last year when I did 21 days, right? So you can see. So every day I draw that X and I put that number in. But what I do is, what motivates me is every 6 hours I draw half the line until eventually I've done the 24 hours, and that's the battle. That's the battle. Is just to get the X every day. Is just to get that line every 6 hours. As I said, I'm drinking lots of water. Could drink more water actually. Could drink more water, but I noticed today I feel a little bit nauseous today, so I put a little bit of electrolytes in this particular water. I mean, it doesn't really taste that nice, but I sip it throughout the day. That's the extra water. My real water that has like high pH levels of over 9 is in my special water bottle here, marked Hypnopunk. So that's the main water, but the other one I drink just to get my electrolytes in. Yeah, I just have to be really, really efficient with my time to get to the next 6 hours. I've been taking pictures every day at 7 p.m. because I started at 7 p.m. on Sunday. It's now Wednesday, just after 7 p.m. I've taken the before pictures, you know, the front, the back, the sides, and a little mini video of me twirling from the front to the back with my fingers displaying how many days it was every day. I intend to do that for the next 28 to 30 days as well. I'll start uploading those soon. Yeah, everything's just a bit slower. Everything's a bit slower, as in my brain, as in my movements, and really causing me to be very efficient with my energy expenditure, efficient with what I'm doing, not just physically, but with my thoughts as well. Because the most challenging thing with this isn't the physical aspect, although there is a physical aspect. I'm going 4 weeks, 30 days with no food. So it certainly is a physical aspect of it. Can't get up too fast. So I have to negotiate my movement. But the main thing is the thoughts. Less cravings this year, although I had a craving earlier on today of chicken wings. Really wanted chicken wings from Pizza, the crispy chicken wings with barbecue sauce. Nearly broke me. So I laid down and I had a little nap. But I really wanted those chicken wings. Also having a craving about an hour ago for licorice all sorts, the candy, or sweets as we call it back home in England, of licorice all sorts. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do 4 weeks. I mean, I did 21 days, 3 weeks last year. I have no earthly idea how I'm going to do 4 weeks of this. But you know what? There was a point, it was a long time. It took me many years and failed attempts to just get to 3 days. To just get to 3 days took me many years and many failed attempts to get to 3 days. Now 3 days, I don't even count the fast unless I've done 3 days. It doesn't even officially begin unless I've done 3 days. So I am 3 days into this, so it's officially begun. So yeah, I can see you guys are watching. Again, leave some comments below. Let me know the longest that you have gone without food. Like I say, mine's been 21 days. Underneath this video, I think I'm going to leave some links to my YouTube page, which has past works, before and after from the past, and some past podcasts and lives that I've done on fasting. I'm going to leave that underneath this video on most of those social media platforms. Have you ever fasted? Have you ever fasted before? If so, put it in the comments below if you have ever fasted. But really, the biggest thing for this is the mind. Being efficient with energy. Yeah, that's the big thing. Being really cognizant of how I spend my energy, not just physical exertion, but mental exertion and emotional exertion. Because right now, honestly, we're 3 days in. If you want to talk about tummy hungry, I haven't been tummy hungry once. If I'm honest with you, I have not been stomach hungry once. Cravings for sure. It's been better than last year and every other year. Cravings have not been so bad, although they do exist. It's more of this this heaviness of shit, I've got to go X amount more days, weeks. That is the biggest challenge. And as soon as I catch that, I have to pull it back as in into the moment and be like, I just need to get through the next 6 hours, just the next 6 hours. The record for fasting is 382 days, by the way. And I believe it was 1972. This guy called Angus, forgot his last name, in Scotland. He was about 450 pounds. He fasted for, that's over a year, on just water, black coffee, and Diet Coke, I believe. Those are the three things he pretty much survived on. He had a whole cacophony of illnesses and sicknesses as well. And after 382 days, he ended up losing like over 250 pounds. And pretty much all the illnesses he had cleared himself up just by not consuming any food. He got down to about 187 pounds, I believe. And he kept that weight off. And it was actually in the Guinness Book of Records, but they stopped putting fasting as a Guinness Book of Records. They stopped putting it in as a particular record because they class some people self-harming, I guess, linked to potentially anorexia nervosa and stuff like that. So they stopped documenting fasts on people in Guinness Book of Records for that reason. I'm not doing it to harm myself in any way. People that also, Luke, did you lose muscle? I think you lose a bunch of muscle when you fast. The answer is no. The answer is no. Now, if you're a lazy ass and you never do any kind of strength training at all, and then you fast, you continue to not do any strength training at all, yes, you absolutely will atrophy and lose muscle. However, if you are lifting or doing some kind of body-bearing exercise daily, doesn't have to be heavy, doesn't have to be long while you fast, you actually maintain your muscle, because the first thing you burn through is the glycogen or the sugar in your body or the carbohydrates. Then you burn all the fat. So unless you're like really, really like your body fat is 10 or below percent, and you're doing this for a month or 6 weeks or so, then you're not going to hit any muscle at all. When I did my 21 days last year, I ended up losing 18 pounds and I think 4% body fat approximately. And I think my muscle stayed the same, or I actually accumulated a little bit more muscle, a tiny amount of muscle, because again, I had sufficient fat, not particularly fat, but I had sufficient fat that basically already paid my dues. You know, when you have body fat on your body, that's almost the food that will get you into the future. So if you fast, it's going to go through all the body fat first. And certainly most of us, even if we're healthy and in good shape, have an ample amount of body fat. So we don't need to worry about atrophy and muscle or anything like that, because we're going to burn through all of the fat first. So oftentimes, you know, when I watch a show like My 600-Pound Life, or people weight loss that want rapid results, right? You know, oftentimes I think of fasting, and of course I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not here to prescribe this. This is something you do. If you choose to do it, I'm not prescribing you to do it. It's something you do on your own accord. But when I watch things like My 600-Pound Life, I'm like, just stop eating. Just, you got 600 pounds of fat. You've literally got 4 years of calories on your body that you don't need to eat because you've already eaten the food in the past. So, you know, like if someone wants rapid results with weight release, specifically, again, this is not really the reason I'm doing it, then there's nothing better than fasting. Now, if you break the fast irresponsibly, and this is, I used to do this as well, you know, you like eat all the foods you've been craving as soon as you fast, then essentially you could die. Okay, and I don't mean if you fasted for a day or 3 days or a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks maybe, but when you start going above 3 weeks, if you break the fast and you consume copious amounts of calories and carbohydrates rather rapidly as your first meal or the first couple of days, you could die. It is dangerous at that point. So you want to slowly start to introduce foods back into your system. Notice how your body starts to metabolize them, how you feel. And quite frankly, if you try to overeat, like the first meal, you're going to get full really, really quickly. But when David Blaine went 44 days without calories in 2003, 2004 in England for the above the below endurance feat. When he came out, for whatever reason, his doctor thought that he'd been cheating or something. So the story goes that he applied like an IV into David Blaine to give him a bunch of vitamins and minerals and calories. And that IV that the doctor applied to him nearly killed him because it was too many calories and it was too much stimulation for a guy that had gone 6 weeks without food, that it nearly killed him. And from that point onwards, we started to got studies for the first time on refeeding after fasting. Refeeding after fasting. That's the most important thing, or that's the thing where it can be dangerous. Not going weeks without food is not particularly dangerous for most people, but breaking the fast, refeeding, that's when we've got to be careful. And the longer the fast has been, the more gentle we need to be at reintroducing food back into the fast. But yeah, if anyone's got any comments below or questions about fasting, about weight release, about hypnosis, about me, about this show, put it in the comments below, because this is a audience participation part right now, because I've said most of the things that I'm going to say tonight, unless you've got questions, in which case I'll stick around and I will answer your questions. And if you're watching this after the fact, I will do my best to answer your questions after the fact. But this is how you get me live to ask any questions about this or what's going on. This is your opportunity. So after I'm done with this tonight, I'm going to take day number 3, pictures and a little short video to document that. And I'm going to start putting those up probably tomorrow, a few days behind, but you'll start to see the beginning and the end of this and my transformation, if you will. Well, that's not, again, it's not the reason I'm doing this for particularly. It's a bonus. I enjoy it. That's great. Losing extra body fat. Who doesn't want to lose more body fat and get leaner? But it's not the main reason. The main reason is just to beat my record. Is just to prove to me that I can do it. And if anyone out there is questioning if they can do this, well, you can. I'm not particularly special. I'm just going without food, and if I can do it, you can do it. But you just have to put your mind in a certain place. You have to be very serious with this, efficient with your energy. Go back to that as well. Yeah. But to answer the question of tonight is, what's the longest you've gone without food? Mine's been 21 days. 21 days around about this time last year. I went without food, excuse me. And then I realized at the end of it, I could have gone a few more days. I had a few more days left in the bank. Yeah, I don't know how I got through it, to be honest. Moment by moment, 6 hours by 6 hours, just, it's not even day by day. Day by day is too much. It's every 6 hours, I draw that little line, and that's a sense of accomplishment, trying to get a little nap in. I am exercising every day. That's how I'm getting through it. So when people say, oh, I'd love to fast, I'd love to get the benefits of the weight release or the cleansing of the body, I'd love to be able to do it, I just can't. Well, you can, as I can, everyone can. It's just you're not. There's a difference between not's like, I'm not going to do it, I'm not even going to attempt, versus I can't. You can. It's not easy. It's really, really bloody tough, but it is absolutely possible. But you do have to go into a different headspace, be efficient with your time, regulate your emotions, and your energy expenditure. And if you can manage to do that, and that's a lot, it's a lot to do, then you absolutely can do this. So yeah, as mentioned, down 6 pounds so far. I'm not sure how much weight I release this time. If I'm doing 28 to 30 days, it'll probably end up less than £1 a day, because it will start off fast and it will slow down the weight release. So last year I did 18. I don't know, maybe it'll be 23 to 25 pounds this year. Yeah. We'll see how that looks. Yeah. Anyways, unless you got any comments, I think I'm going to wrap it up now. And we'll be back here next week. Same Luke time, same Luke plays, same Luke channel. If you want to know how you can do this or release weight, then you can see my website floating below, lukenosis.com. Anywhere other than TikTok, Lukenosis, LUKENOSIS.com. And you can book a call with me where we can chat about your weight release goals, health goals, and how I can help you overcome what you need to overcome. But other than that, folks, I am going to wrap it up. So I will stay tuned for the next few days when these videos are going to be populating the social media daily on each 24 hours of my results. It'll be real. It'll be documented. We've already got 3 in the can. I will record 2 in the can. I got day 0. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's day 4 because I got day 0. So straight after this, I'm going to take the 3-day pictures and the 3-day video. And I'll be up soon. All right. So see you next week. Same Luke time, same Luke place, same Luke channel. Always believe.